Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to The Grid. That's right, it is 7 o'clock, or actually 7:02 Central, 8 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m.? Yes, 5 p.m. I don't know the time. Doesn't matter. I mess it up every time. Welcome to The Grid, everybody. My name is Nelson Velazquez. I am so happy to be here after such a long wait. We are happy to be back here to do something for you. And who is we, you may be asking? The we is everyone else in the cast tonight. Go ahead and turn on your cameras. Wave at your adoring public. We got some people putting stuff in. We see you there, Muddy. We see you there, Kate. Thank you for joining us here tonight. What is we going to be doing today? We is going to be doing some improv comedy based off your suggestions. So if you want to get into the chat and answer some of the things that we're looking for, go ahead and get into the chat. Start that right here, right now, because we may use them throughout the show to entertain you. With that said, what are some of the things that we are going to be looking at this evening? Well, one of the things that we really want to know about is, hey, do you know a historical event that you could put into the chat? Do you know one? Maybe a relationship, maybe a celebrity name, an occupation of some sort, a worthy cause, like Don't Beat Me Up Lisa Fund, right? Or a destination like Ron's bathroom, right? Or some locations, maybe, or some objects that you have lying around the house. We need all these things for you to put into chat. You put them in there. We're going to look at it. We're going to use it to make you laugh. Tonight is a special night. We've got Heather in the house, Heather Guerrero from San Antonio, joining us tonight. And in a little while, we are even going to get a special visit from Goshen, Indiana. We're going to get Susan Swarner, the birthday girl, up on the screen in a little while. So it's a jam-packed cast and a jam-packed night of improv. Tonight, we are going to find out what it's like to lay in coitus with each and every one of us in a game called Sex With Me. Prior to that, we are going to visit a common historical event in a game called Goon River. Prior to that, we are going to see how evil or how good Ron, Lisa, Heather, and Susan can be in a game called Evil Twins. Before that, we're going to get crazy with a game that we invented called Yup, Oy Vey. Before that, Lisa has offended the congregation of Improductions, and we're going to have to put her in a sticky situation in a game called Interrogation. Prior to that, we are going to read some of the letters that we have written to our parents from camp in a game called Letters from Camp. Prior to that, we're going to play a classic game of New Choice. But to start things off, we're going to start with a game that nobody that I know of outside of Improductions plays in a game called Fisherman's Boast. And here's how it works. We are going to go ahead and take a look at some of the items that people are putting into the chat, some of the objects. So keep putting objects into the chat. And we are going to brag about how great we are with those objects. So are y'all ready if you play some Fisherman's Boast?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go with a newspaper. Newspaper. Thank you, Kate, for that one. Newspaper. I once caught a newspaper.
Ron, I once caught a newspaper that was so popular.
How popular was it?
It was red all over.
Oh, nice.
Good one.
Nelson, I once caught a newspaper that was so fast.
How fast was it?
It was the Express News.
Oh,
nice one. Heather. I once got a newspaper that was so intellectual.
How intellectual was it?
It was done all in chronological order.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
Lisa, I once caught a newspaper that was so blurry.
How blurry was it?
You had to read between the lines.
Oh, Nelson. I once caught a newspaper that was so musical.
How musical was it?
It was known as the artist formerly known as Prince.
Nice.
Ron, I once caught a newspaper that was so old.
How old was it?
It's now out of print.
Oh. Lisa, I once caught a newspaper that was so sad.
How sad was
sad
it?
was it?
It told me all the obituaries.
We're
Oh.
gonna keep it rolling. Oh, Heather's in the
Oh.
burn box, everybody. Heather's gonna think of something
Oh.
right here, right now. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll to the very bottom here, and we're gonna go with the classic spatula. I once caught a spatula. Go, Heather.
I once got a spatula that was just really confused.
How confused was it?
Was it?
It just seemed to flip all the time.
Oh, nice. Nelson, I once caught a spatula that was so Vegas.
How
How
Vegas was it?
was it?
It really, really believed in the slots.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay, Heather. I caught a spatula that was so morning, like breakfasty.
How morning breakfasty was it?
Was it?
It was always scrambled.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it rolling. We'll keep it rolling here. Let's go with looks like, hey Francis, thank you for putting stuff in the chat. Much appreciated. Let's go with chocolate chips. I once got some chocolate chips.
Heather. I once got a bag of divorced chocolate chips.
How divorced
How
were
divorced
they?
chocolate chip were they?
They were like 92% bitter.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
I don't know.
Nelson, I once caught a chocolate chip that was so Limp Biscuit.
How biscuit were they?
Was it?
They did it all for the cookie. For the cookie.
Oh. Ron, I once caught a chocolate chip that was so secret.
How secret was it?
Was it?
They lived with the Keebler elves.
Oh.
Hey.
Lisa, I once caught a bag of chocolate chips that were so clingy.
How clingy were
What are
they?
they?
When they came out of the bag, they were in a chunk.
Hey!
Ooh.
Ron, I once caught chocolate chips that were so nautical.
How nautical were they?
Were they?
They were Chips Ahoy.
Oh!
Hey!
Heather, I got a bag of chocolate chips that were just addicted to the sauna.
How addicted to the sauna were they?
Were they?
They just really like to be moist.
Whoa! Wow! Wow! Well, we're gonna go with one more here. Air fryer. Air fryer. I once caught an air fryer.
Ron, I once caught an air fryer that was so secret.
How secret was
How
it?
secret
Was
was
it?
Nobody
it?
knows how to use the damn thing.
Nelson, I once caught an air fryer that was so secretive.
How secretive was it?
Secretive was it?
It was a ninja.
Oh, that's a good one.
Lisa, I once caught an air fryer that was so electrifying,
How electrifying was it?
it just shocked me.
Wow. Oh,
Go ahead.
I got once caught an air fryer that reminded me of an ex-boyfriend.
How did it remind you of an ex-boyfriend?
What did it remind you of?
It cooked. Everything got cooked really fast.
Whoa! Wow! I can't end on that one. Let's
No.
move on. We're gonna move on to. Let's go with. Envelope. I once caught an envelope. Envelope.
Ron, I once caught an envelope that was so sexy.
How sexy
How
was it?
Was it?
It was really into being licked.
Ooh.
Nelson, I once caught an envelope that was so drunk.
How
How
drunk was
drunk
it?
was it?
Dude, every time it went out and I met up with it, it told me it had mead.
Heather, I once caught an envelope that needed to go to the salon.
How badly did it need to go to the salon?
Yeah, yeah.
It needed a good wax.
Oh.
Oh.
Ron, I once caught an envelope that Heather complained about sexually.
How did Heather complain about it sexually?
It didn't deliver till the next day.
Oh!
And welcome back to the grid. I just want to ask you, because we're in the holiday season, do you ever have some of those acquaintances, relatives, or friends that you don't like the things they say or do, and you wish you could make them do it over? Well, I'm going to get that chance right now in a game we call New Choice. So if I can get my 3 players up. Thank you. The way it works is they're going to get a suggestion, and they're going to take that suggestion and create wonderful comedy, which is kind of redundant. But anyway, at any time where I don't like what they say, what they do, or I just want to mess with them, I'm going to call for a new choice of something. That's all you need to know. Other than Nelson, what's our suggestion for this one?
I think for this one, we're looking for a good cause, is what we're looking for.
Well, that's right. A good cause like Save the Yeti or Get Nelson some hair.
Is that
one?
really? I think I do. I think it is community gardens in urban spaces. Community gardens in urban spaces is what I
Community
have.
gardens in urban spaces?
Urban spaces.
Is that like growing weed?
I don't know. I don't know where this is going to take us.
Whatever it is to you guys, make magic.
I think we should just plant all flowers.
So plant all the flowers? Is that what I heard you say? I heard you correctly.
Yes. I'm tired of eating cauliflower. I'm tired of eating broccoli.
I think I agree. I feel like this is a good time, and I feel like we're in a good space to bring some color.
Yes.
And beautiful smells to our community.
Yes. And then we could just go buy McDonald's.
Lisa, new choice.
And then we could just go eat meat.
Lisa, new choice.
And then we could just kill that goat that lives across the street.
Heather, new reaction to what Lisa said.
What?
You got to admit you hate when he comes over here. Every time you're bending over, he hits you right in the bum, knocks you down.
Heather, really big reaction to what Lisa just said.
He's right. Yes, it's annoying to get knocked in the bum, which kind of is nice because nobody's really touched it recently.
Heather, new choice.
Oh, new choice. Okay.
What they've done to your bum?
Done to my bum. Oh, okay. Oh gosh, because it's like hamburgers.
Right, we can make goat hamburgers.
Excuse me. Hello, ladies, and good to see you again.
Oh, Telly. Hi, Telly. How you doing, Telly?
I am doing fine, but my heart is breaking right now because I can't find my goat. Maybe one of you have seen it.
I'll say more Rico Suave.
Have any of you seen my goat around? Have you seen him anywhere, eh?
Hey, you know what? There was a blue van that drove through, and I believe he stole your goat.
Not my Guerrero. No.
Yes.
New goat name.
No, not my Elon Musk. No.
Oh. Look, I'm so sorry. But, the thieves have been rampant here. It's, they stole all our cabbage and all our broccoli.
Right. there was a sign on the van.
Yes.
Heather,
and
new thing on the van.
there were these like clown tires.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that would be super identifiable.
Yes. Yes.
Those
I'm pretty sure you
bastards.
could find them.
Those bastards, they come here every time trying to entertain. First, they want you to ride the pony, right? Then they want you to
The new
ride a
thing they
horse.
want to ride.
No, I know.
First they want you to ride the choo-choo train.
Yes. Yes.
And then
Sure.
they want you to ride the paraglider. Huh? And
Yes.
Lisa and
now,
Heather,
yeah,
look
yeah.
at Nelson
They
Moore
do.
with awe.
What?
Look at
And-
Nelson Moore with awe, both of you, Lisa and Heather.
and then they want you to now ride my goat. No, I will not allow this. I am going to form a posse. 2 of you are deputized.
I always wanted to be deputized.
Lisa, something else you want to be.
I always wanted to be a van chaser.
Well, here you go. This is your tactical gear. Put it on.
Okay.
Okay.
New way to put tactical gear on.
Oh, God. I feel so protected.
That scene, that was way too sexy. Oh. Great job, guys. Way too sexy of a scene.
As you're watching tonight's show and you're thinking, hey, you know what? I really like these cats. I really would like to help out in productions or help the grid. The best way for you to do that right now is to go swing by our merch shop. Yes, you have seen this there we go. This shirt is the prototype shirt for our Love and Improv shirt. Yeah, you can get this beautiful shirt on our website, inproductionsllc.com/merch. There's a link right above me here on your screen. Go check that out. And you've seen Heather. Heather's wearing some merch, and so is Lisa. Maybe even Ron's wearing some merch tonight. So check it out. That's a great way for supporting us, not only in the virtual world, but also in the real world. With that said, I need everyone to come up on screen, and I want to share something kind of deep with each and every one of you right now. Y'all remember what it was like to go to camp?
I do.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Well,
Yep.
you know what? I think we should share some of these notes that we've written to our parents from when we went to camp, and I think it's a good way for us to bond.
Nelson, man, that's private.
Yeah, it's a good way for us to bond all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should all bond together. We should just bond
All
together. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna grab an occupation from the chat here, and we're just gonna go with these occupations. And here we go. Space tourist counselor. Space tourist counselor is the occupation we got. Who wants to share?
Lisa. Dear Mom and Dad, I want to thank you so much for sending me to Space Tourist Camp. It's just out of this world.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Heather.
Which one? Okay. Dear Mom and Dad, not really sure. No, thank you for sending me to Space Tourist Camp. Everybody just seems to have like rocks in their heads.
Ron, dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to Mrs. W Space Tourist Camp. All I have to say is that I really feel that it's taking my breath away.
Oh.
Go ahead. Susan.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for sending me to Space Tours Camp. It's stellar.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Heather, dear Mom and Dad, thank you, I think, for sending me to Space Tourist Camp. I might be a little confused because I thought it was gravity, but there seems to just be a whole bunch of lividity. around.
Wow.
Wow.
Go, Rod.
Dear Mom and Dad, I want to thank you so much for sending me to Space Tourist Camp. I just misunderstood. I thought it said Space Cadets, and I'm not really fitting in.
Nelson. Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to Space Tourism Camp. You know, it's kind of weird. We had to do a lot of activities, and I got kind of hurt. Mal, I broke my Aurora Borealis.
Susan. Dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for sending me to Space Tourist Camp. You know, I really wasn't having much fun at first, but things are really starting to turn around for me.
Whoa!
Ron, dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to Space Tourist Camp. But I think I misunderstood when they said it was a moonshot.
Oh, no.
Let's keep it. No, Run. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving here with the chat. We're gonna go with occupation for Miss W. We're gonna go with we gotta go with landscaping. Landscaping. That's what we're doing. Landscapers camp.
Okay.
Susan.
Oh, go ahead, Susan.
Oh, dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for sending me to landscaping camp. You know, it's fun, but it's not that exciting, so I don't have mulch to talk about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nelson. Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to landscaping camp. I'm learning a lot, but I also am realizing it's hard work. It's not all roses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Heather, Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to landscaping camp. Everything over here is just really kind of
Nelson, dear Mom and Dad, thanks for taking me to landscaping school. I do appreciate it. I just know that, you know, they got a lot of like interesting people, especially from those like blue states, because they all say that they got a lot of grass.
Ah.
Ron, dear Mom and Dad, landscaping camp is almost over. They said you could pick me up at Home Depot.
Okay, Heather. Dear Mom and Dad, thank you totally so much for sending me to landscaping camp. I've been watching this show with the counselors. It's really cool. It's called Trees Company.
Ah, lovely. Let's keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Let's go with train engineer. Train engineering camp. Train engineering camp.
Heather, dear Mom and Dad, I'm not really liking the train engineering camp. All the other smart engineering people here just say I'm from the wrong side of the tracks.
Oh.
Good, Ron.
Ron, dear Mom and Dad, since I've been here at Train Engineer Camp, I'm not feeling very well. Could you come and get me because choo-choo.
Nelson. Dear Mom and Dad, let me tell you, this is the best thing you could have ever done for me. I've really, really fallen in love with this girl. She has a great caboose.
Oh, nice.
Lisa, dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for sending me to train engineering camp. But I should have packed warmer clothes because I'm on the Polar Express.
Oh.
Yay!
Susan. Dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for sending me to railroad camp. You know, I'm having kind of a hard time. There's a lot of choices to make, and I really feel like I'm stuck at a crossing.
Oh!
Whoa!
Dear Mom and Dad, camp has been fun, but I must tell you that there's some strange mystery things going on here on the Orient Express.
Oh, no.
Alrighty then.
Oh.
Last one. Make it good. Make it good, everybody. We're gonna go with White House bathroom attendant. White House bathroom attendant.
Ron,
Go ahead, Ron.
dear Mom and Dad, I thought this job would be very interesting, but I need to tell you, I'm just tired of cleaning up ketchup.
Oh.
Good. Do you have one?
Yeah. Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to White House bathroom attendant camp, but I wish people who come in here would stop asking me for a secret service.
Nice.
Nelson, Nelson. Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to White House bathroom attendant camp. It's been kind of interesting. You know, the flushing policies here in the house need to be documented.
Nice.
Lisa, dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to a White House bathroom attendant camp. But I'm learning so many different things, even how to change the tape after they've been recorded.
Nice.
Oh.
Ron, dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to White House bathroom attendant camp. All I need to tell you that is there's one little guy in a tidy bowl who's very orange.
Wait, you got one, Heather?
Yes, I do. Dear Mom and Dad, y'all sent me to a really interesting White House attendant toilet camp. I kind of it almost reminds me of the 7-Eleven back home because all these girls just keep coming and going.
Oh, that's it. All right, everybody. If you are enjoying this show, guess what? We're doing some live improv too. What? Yes, we are going to be paying homage to the one and greatest actors of the 80s, one of the greatest actors of the 80s and 90s. That's Mr. Bruce Willis, Bruce, in the house. And we're going to do a full-length show based off of his movies. And it's called Yippee-Ki-Yay, an improvised Bruce Willis action movie parody. You're going to want to check that out. It's December 9th at 4th Street Theater. If you want to know more about it, follow the link above, inproductionsllc.com/calendar. Look on the December 9th date, click the button, buy some tickets, be there. It's going to be dumb, and it's going to be a lot of fun. With that said, speaking of dumb, somebody has offended us with some dumb comments lately, and I got to call her out on it. Lisa, would you mind turning on your camera?
Hey, Nelson, did you want to hear my latest joke?
No, I don't. Lisa, you look. I'm getting a lot of pressure from the suits over at In Productions right now, and they're breathing down my neck.
They're just too uptight, man.
Okay, you committed a crime, and I'm going to give you a chance to say your side of things, but for right now,
Okay.
I want you to think about long and hard about what you did. And I'm going to bring you back in a little bit. I got to talk to a couple of people before.
All right, man, don't leave me hanging now.
I'm not. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and get Ron and Heather up. Ron, Heather. Listen, Lisa has offended the suits upstairs, and she committed a crime, and we have an anti-crime thing in our contracts here. And I'm hoping that if she just confesses and apologizes for it, then they'll back her off, and then we can continue with the show. Okay. So there's a crime, there's a location she did the crime, and a celebrity accomplice, because Lisa doesn't roll with anybody who is like B status or lower. So would you mind getting that out of her? I'm gonna bring her in. Can you guys just kind of get her to confess it? Would you mind?
No,
Sure.
not at all.
Okay, thank you. But before I do that, we got to figure out what she actually did, guys. We got to figure out what she did. Yeah. So let's see here. She, as you know, Lisa has two. Lisa drives everywhere, right?
Yes.
She keeps passing on the right side. Man. Oh gosh. And you know where she did this? She did this in Australia.
Oh man.
In Australia. in Australia. And the person she did this with was, let's see here, Eminem. She knows Eminem. That's how good she is. Slim Shady. Slim Shady. Yeah, Eminem. So let's just make sure we all got this together. She keeps passing people on the right in Australia with Eminem / Slim Shady. All right, you guys straight? We good?
You
All
are.
right.
Roll.
All right, here we go. I'm bringing her back. Go ahead and turn your cameras off. I'll bring you in. I don't want to scare her. All right. Lisa. All right, listen. I'm going to bring in my guys. They're going to talk to you. Just work with them. If you cooperate, I'll put in a good word with the suits and we'll see if we can continue with the show, okay? Oh, you know what? You know what? I can't hear you too well. I can't hear you too well right now. Hold on. Let me fix my stuff here. You fix your stuff too. Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, it's all right. All right. So, all right, let me go ahead. Ron, Heather, go and turn on your cameras. I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm turning things over to you. Go ahead.
Hey guys.
Hey, Lisa,
Hey,
we always
Lisa,
knew it
welcome
would
back.
come to this. And Heather and I are going to get it out of you because Nelson's, expecting it from us. Now, number one, don't expect any like special benefits because we've been married. In fact, if you don't confess, we might have to get divorced.
Ooh.
But we do need to know what you did, where you did it, and who you did it with.
Okay.
Just confess now and we can be done with it right away.
All right. The truth is I drank all the lemonade in the White House with Joe Biden. We're friends,
No.
man. We're
No.
friends.
So we need to know what you did first. Heather, go ahead and crack
Sure.
this criminal.
So, here's the thing. It's all about the way you get around.
Yeah,
and
why are
it's,
you always in such a hurry?
And there are rules to everything, right?
Yeah.
There's
All
rules.
right. So I was speeding in St. John with Cher.
Yeah, the speeding's a given. I mean, you are
Yeah.
going to have a lead foot.
Right.
But it's the way, like Heather mentioned, the way you break the rules when you do it and maneuver.
It's like, there's certain things, like when you're riding a bike and you gotta like maneuver around something. There's certain things you gotta say, you gotta do. It's a way you do it. You don't break the rules.
All right. So, like what I was doing was, it's not that bad of a thing, but I guess I passed on the right instead of the left.
Oh.
When in Detroit with Tim Allen.
All right. At least you confessed to the crime. Now we need to really work on the location. And Heather is just going to wring it out of you.
Detroit might be a little dangerous, but this place is super deadly. I know you like going over there, and we know you like snakes, and 9 out of the 10 most deadliest snakes just happen to inhabit this particular location.
Yeah, and Lisa, we've thrown you out of this group before, but you just always return. We throw you out and you come back.
Oh, okay. So, like, honestly, I passed on the right in Australia with Chris Helmsworth.
You should be so lucky. You should be. Can't we all?
I heard he was in America, so it's not my fault.
All right, hey, well, you've confessed pretty quickly for you on the first two, which is unusual, and we just need to know who actually you did this with. I mean, not who you wanted to do it with, but who you actually did it with. Crack that nut, Heather.
Your sobriety meetings as of lately, I've been really proud because you've been, going to your meetings and collecting your coins, and really proud of you for that.
All right, so
what bothered me about it though, Lisa?
Yeah.
Is all of a sudden you start watching Tucker Carlson all the time.
I mean, really, it's got to be like Tucker Carlson. I mean, he's what, like 6-8 miles from your house?
Okay, so I passed on the right in Australia with Chris Rock.
Oh, that would have been awesome. I'd have liked to go
Yeah.
and done that with you. But you know what? Hey, you know what? I've been trying to lose some weight lately, and you're like Weight Watchers, WW. It's almost like that, but flipped.
Okay.
Sure. So like, I mean, come on, Lisa, don't be so doggone shady with us.
Okay, so I passed on the right in Australia with Montel Williams.
Oh my God. No, 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 no. Yo, girl, man, you gotta get with it. You gotta tell us the truth.
It's like, come on, man, girl, like don't be shady, right? We need the real Lisa to stand up.
Yeah, no shady. The real Lisa.
Stand up.
WW.
Okay, I don't want to admit this because it was like the worst thing I've ever done in my life, but I passed on the right in Australia with Mitch McConnell.
So close. I think that's his brother. But I think probably you were a little you got a little more hyper because you ate so many those little colorful chocolates you see holding hands, on the TV.
Yeah. You know what? I've kind of myself thought of as a green one, but remember I told you my favorite baseball player was Mickey Mantle?
Yes. Okay. So I passed on the right in Australia with the green M&M chick.
So close. A
little overly specific.
Yeah.
Okay. I passed on the right with
like the color doesn't
in
matter.
Australia with the M&M gang.
Good. That's good. Because if it was the green one, Tucker Carlson would be pissed. Confess it all, Lisa.
All right. The truth is, I passed on the right in Australia with the M&M gang.
Oh, thank God it wasn't Gumby. Yes.
Lisa,
Yes,
the fact that thank you for confessing that. I just spoke with the Suits right now, and they have allowed us to continue with the show and that scene. All right, for our next game, let me go ahead and get Lisa, Heather, and Susan up on the screen. We are going to play a game that we've invented. It's called Yup, Oy vey. And this is how it works. It is a derivative game of another game we've invented, which is Cover Thumbs Folded. And what will happen is that within this scene, all three of these players will have a pose that they have to justify, which is either two thumbs up, half their face covered, or their arms folded in frame. But while they're saying that, they are going to have a phrase that they must say, which is for two thumbs up, it's yup. For half their face covered, it's oy vey. And for arms folded, it's mm-hmm. So we've got yup, oy vey, mm-hmm. And they have to switch in between it and justify it the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and get off this screen and take a quick look at what we're going to be getting. I think it's a destination is what we're looking for on this one. Yes, it is. It is a destination. Brian Sebi said that Lisa has to get some training here. Let me read the actual comment here. Brian Sebi said, maybe Lisa needs more mom spaghetti. So just throwing it out there.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes. And Brian, we hope you get soon. We're so sorry that you're in quarantine right now due to COVID restrictions. So we're so sorry about that right now. We're going to get a destination. I'm looking through our fantastic chat here right now. And I am seeing, wait for it. Oh, cool. Destination is what I was looking for, not occupation. Yep. I don't like any of those. Let's move up here. Destination. Bear with me. I was there. Oh, there we go. Oh, I love it. The destination is a hidden cave in the mountains. A hidden cave in the mountains. Players, go ahead and assume one of the positions already. And are you ready?
Yes,
Begin.
sir.
Yep. This was the best plan coming out with you guys to get to this waterfall mountain thingy.
Oy vey, don't start up again, Sally.
Mm-hmm. You know, this was your idea too, Sally. So if you're gonna blame us, you gotta blame all of us.
Yep, take some responsibility, Sally.
Oh, I mean, you know I like the waterfalls. You know I love spending my time with you guys.
Oh, that is so not true. You're always trying to get out of doing stuff with us.
Mm-hmm. Like last week, did you go sky jumping with us? No.
Yep, but I was supporting. I was on the ground cheering you guys on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were also blasting Stairway to Heaven out of the speakers of your car.
Yep, that really made us feel insecure.
Oh, babe, it was an amazing song. I was like cheering you guys on, giving you mood and energy.
Oy vey. Sometimes, you talk out of one side, but you show the other. Like why can't you just jump in right with us?
The last time I did jump in. You guys are like my sisters. I'm all in all the time. Jumping from day one.
All right, so if we go cliff diving, are you coming?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Oy vey, just be adventurous.
Mm-hmm. Just come on, just come into this cave with us. It's gonna be fun. Who knows what we're gonna see in there?
Yep, I'm looking forward to bats and mice and cobwebs. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Can you think about the bacteria and the germs that these animals bring? Gonna get sick. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Another excuse.
And scene! All right, if you liked that scene, we're going to give you another one real quick. This is how it's going to work. Let me go ahead and have my players come up onto the screen. Let me get Heather, Lisa, Ron, and Susan up on the screen. They're going to be performing a scene called Evil Twins. This is how it works. Heather and Lisa are going to be performing as a set of characters, and Ron and Susan are going to be playing their evil counterparts. Ooh. And we'll see how they justify what's going on in here. So we're going to get a relationship for you all. I'm going to go ahead and there we go. I'm going to go ahead and drop off the picture here. We're going to get a relationship. And we're going to go with, it looks like space is a huge thing right now. One of you is an astronaut. The other one's for mission control. One of you is mission control. And the other one's an astronaut. Players, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready.
And begin.
Yes. Yes, that's right. We need you at 76 knots, 115 treble O. Hey, Jen, can you hop on here with me real quick?
Yeah,
They're
hey,
having
yeah,
time
yeah,
following.
Stan, I got this. I got this. Hey,
Thanks.
hey, just punch the number 2. Yeah. Remember I said them all the pre-recordings? You got to do nothing but punch the numbers in the correct numerical sequence. It's all right. You got this. You got this.
Tap it. It's that easy. Just the number 2.
You know,
I
I
don't
went
have to
last
go.
week. I went last week.
I don't have to learn all these longitude, latitude. I don't have to learn that.
You already learned it. Now you put it into process. Now,
Evil twins.
Jen, were you absent from the day we went over number 2? Because that's not what we meant. Now that's floating around the capsule.
Yeah, I mean, I ditched that day, so yeah, I was absent. But listen, I think it'll be fine. I mean, we can just run this mission into the ground.
Yeah, but you're going to have to catch it and bag it. I mean, it's you're violating HIPAA codes right now. I mean, HIPAA is right up our butts.
Yeah, I'll just grab it and I'll just throw it out into space. You know, nobody cares.
Whoa! Did you not see day 3's manual?
Oh, man, I ditched that day too. I haven't seen day 3.
You can't just throw shit out into space, and I mean that figuratively and literally.
Yeah, but who's gonna know? Nobody's
Switch
gonna know.
to good twins.
look, they're never gonna find out. So let's just here's a plastic bag so you don't have to touch it.
Okay. Hold on, let me take my earpiece out. Sterilize it. Okay. Here's some tongs.
Well,
Okay.
you know, it was your mistake. You shouldn't be afraid of your own number 2.
I got a thing. It's everybody else is fine, but mine is weird. I can't. I mean, I just did.
I mean, you've been through all this training. I know you ditched a lot. How did you get hundreds on all the tests when you ditched?
Evil twins.
They're the perfect.
Jen, let's go over this again. You missed day 1 of the training. I'm at mission control. I'm here on Earth. Terra firma. You're the one in space with the number 2, like orbiting.
Yeah, but I mean, I got a handle on it now. I can.
And the other thing, you bought the bags at the Dollar General. I don't know that that's going to hold it.
Listen, I'm just trying to save us some money. You know, you're always
Good
talking about
twins.
the budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I watch my pennies. That's what I do. It's who I am.
And I think that's amazing. I have so much to learn from you. Press the number 2. Don't do the number 2. Save the pennies. You're an inspiration to me.
Evil twins.
Jen, handling pennies after handling poop is what caused the pandemic last time you did it.
Well, that we can. Yeah, I'm all the way up here. Who am I going to start a pandemic with? I think you just got to stop worrying so much. Who cares?
You're by yourself. What happened to your co-pilot and the scientific engineer?
Oh, he left.
Switch. Good twins.
Oh, look, Larry's back. He's knocking at the door already. We got him here safely.
So he, instead of coming on the mission with me, he's in the control panel with you, huh?
Yes.
I'm telling you, he missed a lot of classes too.
Evil twins.
He never did his homework.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not up there worrying about Ebola right now.
Good twins.
And I mean,
Ebola's, it's kind of good for, because if I could survive Ebola, I could survive anything on Earth.
Evil twins.
It's an amazing detox.
Jen, I'm not going to give you the codes to come back at this point.
Come on, you got to let me come back. I got to take a shower. I'm disgusting right now.
You know what? I agree.
Scene. All right, Goon River. All right. right, we are going to visit some history in our next scene. Let me go ahead and get all my players up on the screen, please. Excellent. So what's going to happen is that they are going to visit a historical event, but through different points of view, and we're going to learn more about this historical event through their eyes. So let me go ahead and grab that out of the chat if it will cooperate with me. Let's see here. There we go. There's my mouse. There we go. We're going to go with historical event, which is the moon landing. I'm going with it. The moon landing. I'm going with it. I love it. Love it. All right. We will go in the order of Heather, Lisa, Ron, and Susan. Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
And begin.
It has been such a long time that I have been by myself and looking around this vast area, right? Space. And yeah, I get to see planets and asteroids and occasional meteorite and weird things that I'm not really sure what they are. And it's so nice to eventually see what seems to be like humans. I think I saw this once on a TV show when I was in school, but I think they're humans. And it looks like they're landing on the moon. And as this vastness, I'm amazed.
I'm amazed. I got to be honest with you. I am the footprint of the first step of when man landed on the moon. Now, I have been in national magazines. I've been all over the news. I mean, can I get my own reality show maybe? I mean, I'm a celebrity now. Should I learn to sign my name? Are they going to ask me for autographs? I mean, this is an exciting time in my life. They say that I have at least 3,000 years before the footprint will blow away. I mean, I can outlive everyone. I can become a millionaire.
Ooh, I could become a millionaire. I'm that golf ball that they hit. It finally orbited back to Earth. And if you look behind me, you can see the moon. I've been in Tiger Woods' bag for about 4 or 5 years now, and he's been like bogarting me, not letting people know that I'm here. And I mean, when they called me a titleist, I thought I won something. But it appears that I'm just a lonely golf ball, and that's all they think of me right now. And I'm stuffed here in this bag, zipped up with all these other balls, and they don't notice that I have a glow about me, this like aura. I mean, I'm the moon golf ball. What the hell have you other golf balls done? Got you stuck in a ball washer? Anyone could get their balls washed. I'm special. Very special. I'm going back to the moon someday.
I'm going back to the moon someday. They wouldn't let me go this time because they don't want people to know that we were already up there and that this is all, a big made up thing. But I was up there already and I'm going to go back, I just got to find my moment. I got to convince them. Sure, last time I was up there, I stole a few rocks, took them back for my kids, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. There's plenty of rocks up there. I've seen them, Neil Armstrong getting all the credit, but I was the first one up there. And
I was the first one up there. I don't care if it was a crater he hit me into. It's just like a big hole. All right? Didn't take a lot of skill. He's no Tiger Woods, Jack Nicholson, Arnold Palmer. Speaking of Arnold Palmer, I like when we go to the 19th hole and I get me an Arnold Palmer and I get a little, woohoo, and then I'll tell him what really went on that moon landing. Because some people want to say it's a conspiracy. I got whacked with a 9-iron. My dimple still hurt. It's true. I'm going to tell you, it's true. I was there.
Yeah,
Like
I was there. I saw the very first season of people coming and landing on the moon and exploring Earth. I mean, it was exploring my vastness. You know, and every time they come back now, it has just been, it just gets more and more zany. You know, it's a reality show is what it has turned into.
It's a reality show. I mean, I am the most famous footprint in the world, probably in the galaxy. I mean, what other footprint can claim this fame? I mean, oh my God. I mean, think of it. I will be around forever. Because even when the footprint dissipates, I will know that they stepped on me first. Come on, man. They stepped on me first.
Man, they stepped on me first, and that's cheating. You can't move the ball. I mean, holy moly. Like, speaking of holy moly, that should be a TV show I should be hosting. Holy moly. But I mean, when Neil stepped on me, just kind of ground me down a little because I was starting to, gravitate and stuff. And then he hit me again. I mean, how many? I don't think he counted all his strokes. I'm going to be honest. Neil's a cheater.
Neil's a cheater. He knew I was up there already, and he's still going around taking all this credit. He did the same thing when we were in college. He didn't pass any of his physics exams. He was looking over my shoulder the whole time. This has been going on a while. He just doesn't know how to get anything done on his own. That's why he's got to go up there with Buzz. Buzz was probably holding his hand the whole time. I just can't stand it anymore. Someday people are going to know the truth, and that's going to be my day in the sun, is when I...
And that's going to be my day in the sun. That's going to be my day in the sun.
And that's going to be my day in the sun.
That's going to be my day in the sun.
That's going to be my day in the sun.
For a while, where we run to, it's up to you. Stay with me.
All right. If you are enjoying tonight's show, hey, we also would ask you to swing by our website, improductionsllc.com. There's a donate button. Click on the donate button. Drop $5. That's all we're looking for. It's all we're asking for. $5, again, goes a long way to keep this show and other shows like it in the real world going on and on and on and on. With that said, let me get everybody up for our last game of the night. That's right. We have been killing it tonight in the comedy game, but we're going to let people know what it's like to make love to each and every one of us in a game called Sex With Me. That's the name of the game. And we are going to go with some objects, and I'm going to go through the chat right now and take a quick look and see what we've got for objects here. Let's go with... Wow. Oh, okay, we can do that. Trumpet. Sex with me is like sex with a trumpet.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with the trumpet. There's a lot of blowing involved.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
Heather, sex with me is like sex with a trumpet. You really got to get your fingers in the right place.
Wow.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with a trumpet. The more you move your fingers, the louder I'll blow.
Oh,
Hey.
Susan, sex with me is like sex with a trumpet. A lot of liquid's going to be building up, so you're going to want to empty those spit valves.
Yeah.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with a trumpet. When you get too loud, I must mute you.
That's so good.
Nelson, sex with me is like sex with a trumpet. And when I'm hitting that so hard, you'll be going, wah, 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 wah. Oh, we can't beat that. Okay. We're going to keep it going. Let's go with a Polaroid camera. This is going to be interesting. Sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with the Polaroid camera. You're going to want to take a couple shots for evidence.
Yeah.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. When we're done, you want to wave it around.
Oh,
Heather, sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. It's super popular at first. It fades away, but it always comes back.
Nelson. Sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. Antiquated.
Oh. Susan, sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. It's a lot faster than the traditional method.
Ooh.
Heather, sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. Until you shake it, you don't know where your shot actually went.
Wow.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. You'll learn how to use that f-stop.
Yeah.
Oh, Nelson. Sex with me is like sex with a Polaroid camera. Only people around the age of 21 still do it. We'll keep it moving. All right. Looking in the chat, we got some new stuff. Brian Sebi would like to say Nelson's beard. Sex with me is like sex with Nelson's beard. Can't wait. Let's see what happens.
Heather, sex with me is like sex with Nelson's beard. You're gonna be a little raw after that.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with Nelson's beard. You might want to trim it up.
Susan, sex with me is like sex with Nelson's beard. It's really gonna work the jawbone.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with Nelson's beard. It's what's left over when you're done.
Thanks, Brian. We're gonna keep it moving. Let's go with we already did spatula earlier. We'll go with lampshade. Sex with me is like sex with a lampshade.
Okay.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with a lampshade. You want to do it undercover.
Ooh.
Heather, sex with me is like sex with a lampshade. You gotta want to make sure you got the right watts.
Nice.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with sex with a lampshade. You know the party's going on.
Nice. Nelson, sex with me is like a sex with a lampshade. It'll be a bright idea.
Yeah.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with a lampshade. You have to reach under the cover to find what the flip.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Susan, sex with me is like sex with a lampshade. It's hard to get the dust off.
Scene. We leave it there. Thank you so much, everybody. That ends our episode of The Grid. Our next show is in 2 weeks. It will be a holiday-themed show. We invite you all to watch on there. Thank you so much to our patrons who are watching and or are donating. Thanks so much. Thank you. Again, if you like the show, go swing by to inproductionslc.com/donate. Heather, it's been a moment since we've seen you. Where can people find information about you and things going on with you right now?
My Facebook, my Instagram, and
Sure.
it's kind of it. I'm kind
Cool.
of
Look for Heather on Facebook and Instagram. There's only one Heather, the entire place. So find it. We have Susan. It's been a minute since you've been with us. Where can people find what's going on with you and what's new? What's going on?
Yeah, so you can find the other improv group I work with, Well Suited, at Well Suited Improv on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yes. Imported from there. Ron, Lisa, what's going on with you two? Where can people find information about what's going on with you two?
From our mouths.
Good.
So next Saturday we will be doing a 3-word title Bruce Willis special with Nelson and Company.
nice.
Yes.
And then on Wednesday nights we are performing at Malarkey Theater for Comedy Sports.
Malarkey. So go check out Ron, Lisa at Malarkey Theater or with us next week at 4th Street Theater for 3-word titles. Yippee-ki-yay. So that has been our show. Collectively, we have been the cast of The Grid, but tonight, individually, we are
Heather,
Lisa.
Ron.
Susan.
Nelson. and Susan. That's how we do it. Thank you, everyone. It's okay. Thank you so much. We bid you adieu. Have a good night.